Welcome to our lecture online. For our next example, we're going to try to find the surface area of a particular object created by taking this curve right here, which is defined by the function y equals 1/3 x to the 1/2 power minus x to the 3/2 power, and rotating it around the x-axis to create that, well, it looks like a football or maybe American football or a rugby ball shaped object, and we're trying to find the surface area. And of course that's called the surface of revolution because we're taking that curve and revolving it around the x-axis. All right, to do that we need to have the radius of that object, and that can be defined as y, which is f of x, which is the radius of that small little segment that's revolved around the x-axis, to give you a little dA, a little surface area dA, and that is defined right here. 2 pi times the radius, that gives you the circumference, multiplied times the length of that section, which is the length equal to dl on the surface of that shape right here, and that's defined by this portion right here in the integrand. And of course when you multiply it, you get the dA, and then we integrate it over the entire distance from x equals 0 to where the curve meets the x-axis, where x equals 1/3. So in this case a is equal to 1/3 because we wrote the general formula up there. So what we need now is we need to find the derivative of that function. So f prime of x is equal to, well, the derivatives would be 1/2 times 1/3, which is 1/6 x to the minus 1/2 power, minus 3/2 x to the 1/2 power. So that's the derivative. Now we need to square that because that needs to go in here, so it gets a little messy here. So we have f prime of x, quantity squared is equal to, so taking the first one, we have this quantity squared, which is 1/36 x to the minus 1. The last term squared, that would be 9/4 x to the first power, x, yep. And then there'll be plus twice the product of these two, but since we have a negative sign, it'll be minus 2 times the product, which is 1/6 times 3/2 times x to the minus 1/2 times x to the 1/2, which is x to the 0 power. So we can just leave it as that. Okay, simplifying that a little bit, this gives us 1/36x. So the 2's cancel out, the 3 and the 6 cancel out, that'll be minus 1/2. And that will be plus 9/4x. All right. All right, that is going to go into the integrand. Now I have an idea because we have a plus 1 here and a minus 1/2. When we add that together, we get a plus 1/2. Then we take the square root. I think we have the technique down that we've done already to go ahead and solve that integral. All right, let's see what we get. We have area is equal to 2 pi times the integral from 0 to 1/3 f of x. F of x is going to be this here. That's going to be 1/3 x to the 1/2 minus x to the 3/2 multiplied by what's inside integrand, which is the square root of 1 plus 1/36x minus 1/2 plus 9/4x. And the whole thing times dx. There we go. Now don't panic yet, because when we add this, we'll get something that we can take the square root of, or at least write as the square of a binomial, and then we can take that out of the integrand. So this is what it looks like. So a equals 2 pi times the integral from 0 to 1/3 of 1/3 x to the 1/2 minus x to the 3/2, and this becomes the square root of 1/36x plus 1/2 plus 9/4x. Oop, wait a minute. The x is in the denominator, so we better write that as 36x in the denominator. Same over here. All right, there we go. And now, of course, we still have the dx. Okay, now notice that we could write this as the square of a binomial. So this can now be written as area equals 2 pi times the integral from 0 to 1/3. We'll rewrite this, 1/3 x to the 1/2 minus x to the 3/2 times the square root of, this is 1/6 x to the 1/2 power plus 3 over 2x to the 1/2 power. This is the denominator, that's in the numerator, and the whole thing quantity squared. That's right, because if we square this, we should get this back. Notice that this is what we have over here, but with a negative sign, and here we have a positive sign, and that's times the x. And notice that this can now come outside the integral, the square root sign. So now we have area equals 2 pi times integral from 0 to 1/3 times 1 over 3x to the 1/2 minus x to the 3/2 multiplied times 1 over 6 x to the negative 1/2 and then plus 3 over 2 x to the 1/2 and then times dx. So now we have to multiply this out. Hopefully it's not too crazy. Let's take a look. 0 to 1/3. When we multiply this times this gives us 1 over 18. The x's will cancel out, so we end up with 1 over 18. This times this gives us the 3's cancel out. We get plus 1/2. Remember, the 3's cancel out. X to the 1/2, x to the 1/2 gives us x to the first power. Now we have this times this will be minus 1 over 6 x to the first power, because that's 3/2 minus half, that's to the first power. And finally, these multiplied together, that's minus 3 over 2 x to the, add the exponents, x squared. And the whole thing times dx. All right. Well, these, of course, combine. And that's 1/2 minus a 6. That's 3 over 6 minus 6 is 2 over 6, or 1/3. So we have a equals 2 pi times integral from 0 to 1/3. We have 1 over 18. It's a constant. So 1/2, that's 3 over 6 minus 6 is 2 over 6. That's 1/3. So plus 1/3 x. And minus 3 over 2x squared, whole thing times dx. And now we're ready to integrate. All right, when we integrate, we get area is equal to 2 pi times. We have 1 over 18x plus 1/3 x, that comes 1/3 x squared divided by the new exponent, which is 2. So that would be 1/6 x squared, so plus 1 over 6 x squared. And then here we have x cubed divided by the new exponent, so we get minus 1/2 x cubed. Minus 1/2 x cubed, and the limits of integration from 0 to 1/3. Okay, notice when we plug in the lower limit, of course, we get nothing, so we don't have to worry about the lower limit. Plug in the upper limit. We get a equals 2 pi times, plug in 1/3, oh, we get 1 over 54, plus 1/3 squared, that's 1/9 times 6, that's 54 again, so we get 1 over 54, minus 1/3 cubed, that's 27, minus 2, that's minus 1 over 54. And of course, notice that this cancels out that. 2 times 1 over 54 is 1 over 27, so the area equals pi over 27. Wow, it reduces to a very simple answer. That's it. That's the surface area of that football or rugby ball shaped object, pi over 27, and that is how it's done.